The connections between Piers Morgan, Beyonce, and Jaguar Wright seem far more tangled than many expected, especially now, with 50 Cent making bold claims that Beyonce pressured Morgan into turning against Wright. According to 50 Cent, Beyonce even allegedly threatened Morgan with damaging information that could ruin his career. Interestingly, 50 Cent's involvement in Beyonce and Jay-Z's business affairs, which has been ongoing for over 20 years, shows no signs of slowing down. Recently, 50 Cent shared receipts, hinting that Morgan may have some secrets of his own. But here's the breakdown. Piers Morgan explained that he changed his stance and shifted the blame to Jaguar Wright after Jay-Z and Beyonce threatened legal action against him for speaking on their behalf. To show he didn't want trouble with the Carters, he quickly backed off. Fans are now wondering why Jay-Z and Beyonce chose this moment to respond to Wright's allegations. The theory is that since they supposedly had leverage over Morgan, they used it to influence his actions. Jaguar Wright has been openly critical of Jay-Z for some time, even saying he's worse than Diddy and involved in questionable activities. Meanwhile, Wright has been discussing her thoughts with Cassie, who has her own history with Diddy.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
This been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
It seems like this woman and Jay-Z have had their share of conflicts, and there might be a good reason behind it. In an interview, she claimed that Jay-Z tried to take advantage of her while she was working as his backing singer. She also mentioned that he once showed up with a whole box, although she didn't go into details about what it contained. There's no love lost between the Carters and Jaguar Wright, especially with Wright frequently airing their business whenever she gets the chance. Her upcoming interview with Piers Morgan set off alarm bells for many, as it signaled more controversy ahead. According to reports, Wright was direct in her interview, claiming that Jay-Z played a key role in pushing the #MeToo movement. She alleged that he encouraged the downfall of R. Kelly to divert attention from his own alleged involvement in questionable activities related to Kelly. She went even further, suggesting that Jay-Z provided financial support to ensure any evidence of their connection stayed hidden.
Because the Me Too movement was a ruse. It was a setup. It was a scam. I'm saying that now, publicly. Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there. If the Me Too movement were real, why aren't they speaking now? They've also been very quiet in this time of the diddler's downfall.
These accusations are certainly wild, especially with R. Kelly allegedly claiming that Jay-Z set him up. Kelly has reportedly told people that Jay-Z funded the documentary that heavily influenced his conviction. The plot thickens when you consider that Jay-Z and Kelly were once close, before all of Kelly's dark secrets came to light. Yet, after everything went public, Jay-Z allegedly acted like they'd never been friends. The story gets even juicier with recent revelations from Ronnie Bow, Kelly's former cellmate, who shared his insights on Hip Hop News Uncensored. Despite lacking solid proof, Kelly insists that Jay-Z played a role in his downfall. What's even more intriguing is that Jaguar Wright appears to support claims about Jay's questionable actions, yet she didn't stop there. In a surprising twist, she went on to allege that Beyonce was somehow responsible for the death of someone close, known as Allah. These explosive statements continue to fuel speculation and tension, making it clear that the drama surrounding the Carters, Jaguar Wright, and Kelly isn't fading anytime soon.
I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a little couple. They do things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about. Piers.
Aaliyah's death has long been suspected by some to be more than just an accident, and now people are connecting the Carters to the tragedy as new claims emerge. Jay-Z's alleged fascination with Aaliyah, who was a rising star competing in the same industry, reportedly stirred feelings of insecurity and jealousy in Beyonce. However, before Jay-Z and Beyonce ever got together, Aaliyah was actually married to Jay's friend R. Kelly under troubling circumstances. Kelly allegedly tricked Aaliyah into marriage when she was only 15, even though he was 27. Although Jay-Z knew about the situation, he stayed silent until Aaliyah's parents intervened and ended the marriage. Jaguar Wright claims that Jay-Z's was set up to fail and raises questions about his admiration for Aaliyah. Some suggest it wasn't so much about Aaliyah herself as it was about wanting a powerful partner to elevate his status. Jay-Z didn't pursue Beyonce until after Aaliyah's star began to shine brightly. Known for her iconic status and undeniable presence, Aaliyah was admired by many, including both Dame Dash and Jay-Z. Their interest in her added strain to an already competitive friendship, eventually leading to a major falling out. The tension escalated when Jay-Z allegedly betrayed Dame by selling their record label without consulting him. Ultimately, when Aaliyah chose Dame over Jay, their friendship broke down completely, adding yet another layer of drama to the complex relationships surrounding these music industry icons.
So, this is going to be hard for me because his friends were laughing at him.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I might have a question since we're talking about Aaliyah, and ignore me if it's too much, but do you have any opinion on the R. Kelly situation?
Jaguar Wright couldn't resist weighing in on the situation, and her comments only added fuel to the fire. She claimed that Aaliyah was largely responsible for the fallout between Jay-Z and Dame Dash. According to her, Jay-Z was devastated when Aaliyah chose Dame, and his jealousy ultimately led to the breakdown of their friendship. It sounds like a classic case of jealousy taken too far. Emotions can really complicate things, and when they're this intense, things can get messy fast.
That he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give a you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious. But maybe that was because he was a girl that didn't want you.
After the scandal with Aaliyah, Jay-Z shifted his focus to Beyonce. Rumors had long suggested that Jay had strong feelings for Aaliyah, which may have added stress to an emerging rivalry between Beyonce and Aaliyah. Eventually, Beyonce ended up with both the fame and the relationship with Jay-Z, especially after Aaliyah's tragic plane crash in Bermuda. Jaguar Wright hinted that there may have been more at play than just fate or coincidence, implying that Beyonce may have orchestrated certain events. She even suggested that Aaliyah's death could have held deeper, hidden meanings, as hinted by insiders like Mary J. Blige. This theory has led to further speculation, with some going so far as to suggest that Aaliyah's passing might have been a sacrifice. These disturbing claims have only added a darker layer to an already heartbreaking story.
Just know that was a you know what I'm saying? I was a serious people know it or not, because God don't care people. You know what I'm saying? Whether people know it or not. And I could go deep, but a lot of people I would have to really bring proof, you know what I'm saying, for what I learned. And she just was cut down in the prime of her life. And it's so
When
unfair.
Jaguar Wright first appeared on Piers Morgan's show, things took a sudden turn. Beyonce reportedly called in, and shortly afterward, Morgan's team quickly pulled Jaguar's segment from the show and issued an apology to the Carters.
Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of
Jaguar
fire...
Wright wasn't about to let silence or disrespect slide. She made it clear that it was actually Piers Morgan's team who initially reached out and invited her to join the show. According to Jaguar, she and Piers had even gone over her comments in advance, with Piers supposedly confirming her statements before her appearance. So when her segment was pulled, she felt betrayed and wasn't going to back down quietly.
As you are well known, silence and disrespect are not acceptable to Jaguar. She pulled Piers Morgan along for the ride. It was Piers's team that first reached out to her and invited her to join the show, she claimed. Furthermore, Jaguar said that she and Piers had already discussed her comments and that he had confirmed her claims before she appeared on TV.
50 Cent has made some bold claims about the ongoing drama surrounding Piers Morgan, Beyonce, and Jay-Z. According to him, Piers Morgan's retraction of Jaguar Wright's segment wasn't just about legal threats, but about the Carters uncovering personal secrets about Piers and using them against him. This suggests that the Carters have been working behind the scenes to avoid the drama that Jaguar's accusations could have caused. 50 Cent claims that the Carters are likely trying to keep things calm to prevent further controversy and to avoid authorities digging into their business. If the rumors are true, the situation is far from over, and there could be much more to come. In the midst of all this, 50 Cent is once again voicing his opinion, claiming that Beyonce might not be as innocent as the public thinks. He argues that she's just as manipulative, if not more so, than Jay-Z. 50 even goes as far as saying that Beyonce is trying to hold Jay-Z accountable for their actions by threatening to divorce him, putting him in a difficult position, and then blaming him for the fallout. This revelation adds yet another layer to the already complicated and dramatic relationship between the power couple. Meanwhile, rumors continue to swirl about Beyonce seriously considering divorcing Jay-Z. For a long time, many believed Beyonce was considering leaving him because she was tired of being manipulated. There have been numerous reports and rumors about Jay-Z's alleged involvement in shady activities behind the scenes, and some have even speculated that Beyonce, with her perfect public image, was just another one of his victims. Their age gap when they first started dating has also been a topic of conversation, especially considering Beyonce was only 18 when they first met, and Jay-Z was 31. However, some reports suggest that their relationship began even earlier, when Beyonce was only 16, raising even more red flags about the dynamics of their relationship. While Jay-Z often faces criticism for his alleged wrongdoings, Beyonce has largely been left out of the conversation. She's seen as the media's darling, and people often view her as the victim in this narrative, particularly because she was so young when she got involved with Jay-Z. But now, 50 Cent is trying to shift the narrative by sharing what he claims is insider knowledge, and his comments aren't exactly flattering for Beyonce. According to 50, there's more to her story than the public has been led to believe, and he's willing to expose it. It seems like this drama is far from over, and 50 Cent's latest revelations are only adding fuel to the fire. As the situation continues to unfold, people are starting to question everything they thought they knew about Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship.
Morgan's producers called him directly. And we talked about it briefly, and I said, we have to do it. We have to. Because the one thing I know about Piers Morgan is he is a smart prey. And not only is he smart prey, he is a great conductor of information. He also vets things viciously. And I want to thank you for that. Because if my word is good enough to make it through Piers Morgan's firewall of please don't sue me, then I guess he just vetted me for every ounce of real life content on this blue couch. We thank you for that.
The situation surrounding Jay-Z, Beyonce, and 50 Cent continues to grow more complicated, with a lot of back and forth drama, particularly concerning Jay-Z's alleged infidelities and his complex relationship with Beyonce. As you mentioned, Jay-Z has been accused of cheating on Beyonce multiple times over the years, and the rumors date back to the very beginning of their relationship. One of the first women he reportedly cheated with was rapper Charlie Baltimore. Their affair ended when Charlie became frustrated with being kept as the other woman, while Jay-Z publicly paraded his relationship with Beyonce. According to reports, Jay-Z didn't take the end of the affair well and became jealous when Charlie moved on with another man. This jealousy allegedly led to a violent confrontation at a club where Jay-Z reportedly stabbed a producer who was working on his album, Vol. 3. Life and Times of S. Carter *. The official story is that Jay-Z was upset about bootleg copies of his album, but 50 Cent and other insiders claim that the real reason for the stabbing was Charlie Baltimore moving on with the producer, something that allegedly triggered Jay-Z's jealousy. Now, 50 Cent is back in the picture, making waves with his own perspective on the situation. He claims that Beyonce might not be as innocent as everyone thinks and is even pushing back against the idea that she's a victim of Jay-Z's manipulation. According to 50 Cent, Beyonce is no saint herself and has played a role in their complex dynamic. This seems to be part of a larger campaign where 50 Cent is aiming to shift the narrative, not just about Jay-Z, but about Beyonce as well. The beef between 50 Cent and Jay-Z goes way back, with 50 Cent admitting that he targeted Jay-Z and others in his early career to gain attention. Over the years, Jay-Z and 50 have exchanged diss tracks, with 50 Cent accusing Jay-Z of having a king complex and thinking he's untouchable. Jay-Z, for his part, has denied the beef, claiming they were fine, but 50 Cent is adamant that they would never be friends. Beyonce's involvement only added to the tension, with 50 Cent claiming she didn't like him and would defend Jay-Z against his jabs. This long-standing rivalry only adds more fuel to the fire of the current speculation about Beyonce possibly divorcing Jay-Z. If the rumors are true, this divorce would not just be about Jay-Z's infidelities, but would also involve more personal and business tensions, especially in light of 50 Cent's commentary on the matter. The drama between these celebrities
This part was not surprising because we all know, and I've heard several rumors about how things are just purely business between them, but according to 5 Cent there is more there because Beyonce has been allegedly being sneaky for the longest time. 5 Cent brought up the topic of Beyonce's former drummer. How she accused Beyonce of some not-so-nice stuff and how she was mysteriously silenced after she came out to expose Beyonce and speak on what it was really like being with her behind the scenes. According to the drummer, whose name is Kimberly Thompson, Beyonce allegedly dabbles in the alt. She spoke to the Daily Beast, and the interviewer said she claims that for some reason B has started a campaign of harassment against her that includes extreme witchcraft, dark magic, and magical spells of sexual molestation. She also claims that the Lemonade star murdered her kid. Thompson believes Beyonce has been tapping her phones and controlling her finances. It's unclear why Thompson believes that the singer is allegedly doing all this to her, but she is adamant it all stems from B.
The idea that Beyonce might want to divorce Jay-Z is indeed a highly debated and somewhat absurd notion to many, but it also sheds light on the reasons why 50 Cent, in particular, embraces her and doesn't see her as the victim that others do. 50 Cent has a long history of challenging the mainstream narratives around celebrities, and when it comes to Beyonce, he believes she is much more involved in the drama surrounding her marriage than people think. According to 50 Cent, Beyonce is not just the passive victim that many portray her as, but rather an active participant in some of the controversies surrounding her and Jay-Z. He claims that Beyonce played a significant role in making the accusations against Jay-Z, which may paint her in a more manipulative light. In 50 Cent's view, she might be as, if not more, responsible for some of the negative situations attributed to Jay-Z, a perspective that sets him apart from others who tend to see her as the long-suffering wife. Further fueling these accusations is the claim made by Beyonce's former bodyguard, who came forward with allegations that Beyonce and Jay-Z were involved in blackballing the career of singer Christina Milian. According to the bodyguard, the Carters used their influence in the industry to hinder Milian's career, which adds another layer to the already complex public image of Beyonce and Jay-Z. These kinds of claims raise questions about the Carters' true influence and control behind the scenes, challenging the perception that Beyonce is simply an innocent bystander. While 50 Cent's comments may seem like an attempt to stir the pot, they reveal a deeper, more critical view of Beyonce's role in these power dynamics. His perspective contradicts the popular, mainstream image of her as a victim and instead positions her as someone who has wielded significant power in her own right. The idea that she might be orchestrating certain parts of the narrative, especially in relation to Jay-Z, only adds more fuel to the fire of their complicated public persona.
Kimberly went live on Instagram to speak on Beyonce.
Entire time, this person was casting spells and manipulating me and controlling my job situations, my relationships, all just a very wicked tactic to just keep me down and keep me under some type of control. And I don't know.
The rumors about Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship being more business than personal have circulated for years. And it seems that 50 Cent's perspective adds an even darker layer to the speculation. According to 50 Cent, the situation may be more complex than just a power couple making strategic decisions for their careers. He pointed out a troubling story that has surfaced about Beyonce's former drummer, Kimberly Ly Thompson, who made some very serious and disturbing claims against Beyonce. Thompson, in an interview with The Daily Beast accused Beyonce of engaging in occult practices, including witchcraft and dark magic. She alleged that Beyonce had been harassing her, using magical spells, and even accused her of murdering her child. Thompson's accusations, while extreme, suggest a long-running campaign of control and manipulation. According to Thompson, Beyonce allegedly used witchcraft to inflict harm and maintain power over her, including claims of sexual molestation, phone tapping, and financial control. While it's unclear why Thompson believes Beyonce would target her in this way, her allegations paint a chilling picture of the dynamics between them. The fact that Thompson was reportedly silenced after making these allegations raises further questions about the lengths to which powerful figures might go to protect their image and maintain control over others. These claims, if true, would certainly add to the mysterious and sometimes sinister aura surrounding Beyonce's public persona, reinforcing the idea that there is far more going on behind the scenes than what is presented to the public. This, of course, fits into a larger narrative of 50 Cent's critiques of Beyonce, as he has consistently questioned her role in the public-facing version of her life and her marriage. If the accusations from Thompson are to be believed, it paints a much darker picture of the kind of person Beyonce might be behind closed doors, and how she could have been involved in controlling not just her own narrative, but the lives of those around her.
Chose to fight for our love, for our family, to give our kids a different outcome. You see, to break that cycle. For Black men and women, just to see a different outcome. Like you were saying, it's not this celebrity couple. We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.
That's beautiful.
Like real people.
Yeah.
The situation surrounding Beyonce, Jay-Z, and the allegations made by Kimberly Ly Thompson is certainly complex and has only grown more intense with time. At first, many dismissed Thompson's claims as attention-seeking, especially considering the bizarre and extreme nature of the accusations, including witchcraft and harassment. However, when Thompson went so far as to obtain a restraining order against Beyonce, it raised questions and sparked curiosity about whether there was any truth behind her statements. This move caught the attention of several people, including 50 Cent, who often comments on the drama surrounding high-profile figures like Beyonce and Jay-Z. 50 Cent's perspective on Beyonce's relationship with Jay-Z challenges the popular narrative of Beyonce as a passive victim in her marriage. According to 50 Cent, while the public often paints Beyonce as the long-suffering wife who simply took Jay-Z's infidelities, the reality behind closed doors may be very different. He suggests that Beyonce has not been sitting idle and has actually been working behind the scenes to control the situation. Instead of letting Jay-Z's cheating be the sole source of drama in their relationship, 50 Cent believes that Beyonce has played a much more active role in managing their marriage and the public perception of their lives. This idea contrasts sharply with the image of Beyonce as the perfect, innocent wife who tolerates her husband's mistakes. If 50 Cent's assertions are true, it would suggest that Beyonce's involvement in the marriage's dynamics might be far more manipulative than people realize. It could also imply that both she and Jay-Z are equally responsible for the complexities and controversies surrounding their union, rather than one being the passive victim while the other plays the role of the villain. As the story unfolds, especially with people like 50 Cent speaking out, it seems like there is more to this narrative than what meets the eye. It also raises questions about the power dynamics in their marriage and the lengths they might both go to maintain control over their public images, as well as their personal relationships.
And the word was put out on the street. No record deals for her from any label. When someone ignored the edict, they were paid a visit. If the visits were ignored, then other steps were taken. This was a total lockdown of a career that lasted almost.
Given recent claims that Beyonce was implicated in the demise of Tyra Marie's career when it was revealed that she had been harassing Jay-Z behind the scenes, it's intriguing that 50 Cent is bringing this up at this time. Everyone appeared to be aware of Tyra's brilliance at the time, but we thought it was because she was the princess and the first lady of the rock, according to the claims she was making fun of Jay-Z.
But, some things, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work.
Jay's public comments in support of Beyonce this year's Grammys have been argued to be his last-ditch effort to win her back and convince her to end the divorce, and that she isn't as innocent as we thought. This may be seen as sly. But 50 Cent says it doesn't mean Jay-Z is completely innocent of the charges against him, since he has supposedly done some pretty dirty things that are going to come to light. And that's the actual reason Beyonce could be divorcing him. "50 Cent claims that the real reason for Beyonce and Jay-Z's potential divorce is that Beyonce is distancing herself from him to avoid the fallout. He suggests she's willing to let Jay-Z take the blame and is ready to leave before things get too complicated. According to sources, including their bodyguard, their marriage is more about convenience than love. And right now, it's not convenient for Beyonce. Rumors are circulating that she may be leaving because Jay-Z's secrets are about to be exposed. Secrets she might know all too well herself. 50 Cent believes Beyonce is fully aware of the mess and is choosing to stay quiet about it. What's interesting is that 50 Cent often speaks out without facing legal consequences, which shows how confidently he shares his perspective. While Beyonce and Jay-Z don't like people speaking about their personal lives, 50 isn't afraid to spill the tea. What do you think about all of this? Let me know in the comments, and make sure to watch the next video.